everybody, Becky from Best Behavior. I just wanted to give you a little short video on tips for toilet training because it can be quite a challenging time and sometimes a little frustrating when your puppy or your new addition is toileting inside the home. So first of all, something that you need to know, a bit of background knowledge, is that puppies will learn surface association for toileting at about 4 weeks of age. So what that means is well before you got them, they will be getting to go to the toilet, and whatever surface they are on initially is what they find comfortable and sort of a memory of going to the toilet. So underfoot of their paws, oftentimes when they're 4 weeks old, is blankets or rugs or soft surfaces. So what you might find is that when they come to your house, the place where they feel most comfortable going to the toilet are on these soft surfaces. So then you're going to begin a process of the teaching or reteaching the puppy of where they need to toilet now in your home living with humans. So, you know, oftentimes grass is outside is where people want their dogs to toilet. So what I recommend is that you doing a 1 hour, So what I recommend to continue the surface association of going on the grass is to have a puppy pee pad, which you may be having around your house at the time being, and then covering that with a little bit of fake grass, which you can usually get at the hardware store or the dollar store or a reject shop near you. So what you do is you have that puppy pee pad, cover it with the fake grass, and that will help you continue the surface association of going outside and bringing that to an area where your puppy might be going to the toilet. The other thing to remember is that your puppy can't really hold their toileting, their elimination, until they're about 4 months old. So when they've got to go, they really need to go, and it's usually only a couple seconds before they need to go. So to help troubleshoot that is to put them on a hourly program where you're quite vigilant and you are taking them out every hour onto the surface that you want them to go on and giving them a toilet cue. So every hour would mean that they might have a little play, have some time with you, have something to eat, and have a sleep. So it's after they've woken from a sleep, but also just after they finish playing and are transitioning into settling. So that can sometimes be every hour or every couple hours, sometimes less. So you're basically looking for the transition from activity or waking up from a nap. So you can do every hour if you're not really able to pay attention to your puppy that much. So just keep that in mind, that they really need frequent reminder to go, and because they can't really hold it until 4 months of age, they need a bit of prompting to remember to go, and so you're not getting caught out with accidents inside. After that 4 months of age, they should be able to hold it a little bit, and you might get a bit more of time to notice that they need to go to the toilet. They might start sniffing around, or like I said, those transition between activities. So be really mindful of that and use your puppy pee pad with the fake grass on top to help you transition a little better. So often having one of those at the back door so that if you miss your puppy going to the back door to go out to the toilet, or if you want to have one in their puppy playpen or in the lounge room. So just set yourself up to succeed, and then you can actually get rid of those puppy pee pads over time. The other thing to consider is pups, any dog, sometimes doesn't want to go to the toilet on wet grass. So having a puppy pee pad with the fake grass on the veranda or just under cover can also help you transition that. Now, to encourage a pup to go in a particular place, you can leave oftentimes the wee there. If it's inside on a rug, of course you want to clean it up with a vet grade cleaner, but with the puppy pee pads, sometimes leave one of the urinations just to encourage going to the toilet there. So puppies will often sniff around and they'll catch a scent of where they once urinated and they'll go in that spot. And that is why you need to use a vet grade cleaner, because the smell does have there's quite a remnant odor, and that's what your puppy may be smelling and prompting it to go to the toilet in the house. So if you have floorboards or rugs or carpet, definitely get a good cleaner. It can just be from the pet store, but you often need to use something that does eliminate the odor, and that would be preferably an enzymatic cleaner, and that's what the pet store usually sells to clean up urination. As far as defecation, pooping, you can pick that up off the mat, but you don't need to go out and hose it straight away. Once again, the remnant smell can prompt a puppy to go there. Now, if your puppy is mid-wee and they are going in the house, you can, kind of clap, or you might go, ah, and they might stop, and then you can promptly take them outside and try to encourage toileting out on the correct surface. If they are if they are pooping, then I don't recommend to interrupt, because what is coming out shouldn't really go back in, and so it's best to just kind of let it come out, finish it up. There's absolutely no need, and I do discourage rubbing your puppy's nose in its mess. That will really just degrade your relationship with your puppy, and it doesn't make them learn. People have sworn by it in the past, but it's purely coincidental and just kind of comes with timing of the puppy learning a new surface association. So don't rub your puppy's nose in its mess. Just clean it up and know that you have to be more vigilant and try better, the next hour. Now, when it comes to going outside or wherever you're going to the toilet, on the puppy pee pad, inside, outside, on grass, on a veranda, whatever you are looking for, when you take your puppy out, it's really good to cue go to the toilet or go wee-wees or toilet, anything that is the same words you would like to use as a cue to go to the toilet. Now, initially this doesn't really make them go to the toilet, but by hearing the word over time, down the track when they're a bit older and they're a little reluctant to go out because it's raining, or they are staying at a friend's place, or they've gone to the vet, it's really handy to have the toilet on cue to prompt and encouraging, going to the toilet at that time. So make sure you say something like, go to the toilet or go wee-wees, and then when they do go, make sure you are lavishing praise. Good puppy, good toilet, all that. Just make sure you make a big deal of it. And that will encourage your puppy to do it more. You don't really need to food reward after toileting, but you can if you want to. I find that it could be a little bit of a distraction, your puppy waiting or anticipating the food, especially if they've smelled it. So I tend to just lavish praise, but if you want to give a food reward, that's great. You can do that. If your puppy tends to be a bit of a wanderer, and I get a lot of puppies who go outside, spend a time, and then come right back in and pee on the mat. So I do recommend having like a little toilet yard. Oftentimes, Kmart or one of the cheap shops have just a wire fence that you can make into a circle, and having your puppy in there waiting for them to toilet, so then they get to come out and play. So there can be a kind of a reward association with once they go, they get to come out and play. Initially, it's just so they don't get distracted and forget what they're doing. And that really works quite well when it works. If you want to encourage toileting in there and they haven't, just take the paper towel that you were wiping up the wee from inside and dab it on the grass or the surface in the little play yard. So that will kind of get the scent of the urination happening, and they might go a little better in there. And if they haven't gone outside and you've been waiting for ages, and you do come inside, this is where I recommend to have them in their puppy playpen with the puppy pee pad with the fake grass on top, and even if you don't have fake grass, but just leaving them in the playpen until they do go to the toilet. Because, you know, if they haven't gone outside and they haven't gone in an hour, then it's very likely that they'll probably come inside and go on your rug or your carpet. So just be mindful of those things. You'll get through it, and eventually they will become toilet trained. It's just a bit of a journey. There are the puppies that can hold it all night long, but toilet in the house in the day. That is just a fact that they're very resting and not doing very much at night, and often don't want to go in their bed. And so, you know, you just have to do everything that I said before. And then if you do have a puppy that needs to get up in the night to toilet, you can, if they're close enough to you and you can hear them, of course you can get them and let them out. I usually recommend to have either the toilet yard or a lead handy, so they don't, you know, start running off into the night and, you know, barking at possums and getting all distracted while you're, you know, trying to toilet them at 3 a.m. So I just, you know, have them in the yard so they can focus on that. Or you can, if you can't hear them, just having them have access to that puppy pad with the fake grass on top. Now, you don't have to have the fake grass, but once again, going back to the beginning, that just encourages that surface association. So have some patience, be vigilant, and remember you are retraining a very early association, and that is hard for the brain to stop using that neural pathway. So you're just building a new one. Have confidence and you will get there. If you need any extra help, or you have an older dog who's toileting inside, or you are having excessive urination or defecation when you're leaving your dog alone, then please be in touch, because there could be some anxiety at play. All right, see you next time. Bye.